Hey, thanks for connecting into this leadership vlog. Glad you have. I trust you're doing well. It's well into winter here in Australia and it's getting a little cool in the mornings. I know you're not feeling sorry for my being here in Queensland, but even here in the mornings it's getting quite cool. I trust also you're doing well in this unprecedented time of COVID-19. And I hope that maybe the cabin fever you've felt from being in lockdown or closed down for a couple of months now is getting some relief with the easing of restrictions around the country. I hope you're doing well in that as well. If this is your first time with us, you know, these leadership little episodes are about 5 minutes long, just around a leadership thought. And I don't bring them to you in any way as an expert, but I bring them to you as a lifelong learner, someone who loves learning in the whole area of leadership and enjoys it. So I hope they're helpful to you. Hey, you know, when I was in grade 6, my grade 6 teacher, Miss Fox was her name, taught us about parts of speech in English grammar. She taught us about the various parts of speech. She taught us about adjectives. So adjectives were defining words. They actually add to a sentence and give it some definition. I walked in a park becomes I walked in a beautiful park, or I walked in a green park, or I walked in a leafy park. She taught us about adverbs as a part of speech, which actually give a bit more detail. I walked in a park daily, or I walked in a park occasionally. Those words are adverbs. She taught us about conjunctions, which are the joining words, which join together phrases or parts of sentences together. But, and, because. I walked in a park and then I went home. And that becomes a conjunction. You can see it in the middle. But by far the two most common or important parts of speech are nouns and verbs. A noun is a naming word. It names a person or a thing or an idea or a country, or it's a naming word. I walked in a park. Park's the name. Verbs are the doing words, are the action words. I walked in a park is that verb. And you don't want to hear any more about grade 6 English grammar, but it does frame the leadership thought I want to share with you today. And it's this, that leadership is a verb, not a noun. Leadership is about doing the work of a leader, not having the title. And it's not just about the title or the position or what you might call yourself. It's actually doing the work of a leader. And if you are a leader or you aspire to be a leader, are you willing to do the work of a leader is a more important question than maybe do you enjoy the kudos of the title or the role. Because leaders are verb people. Leaders make decisions. They make tough decisions. Leaders set clear directions. Leaders make themselves unpopular. Leaders build into the lives of others. Leaders model good culture. Leaders are prepared to do what's tough. Leaders tell the truth. Leaders are prepared to be open about their successes and their failures. Leaders do the work of a leader, not just hold the title. So you can be a CEO, you can be a senior pastor, you can have the title of managing director, you can be president, vice president, a whole bunch of things, but the key is, are you prepared to do the work of a leader? It's a little bit like a parent. You can want to be a parent, you can want to be a mum, you can want to be a dad, and that's great, but the question really is, are you prepared to do the work of a mum and a dad? Are you prepared to change terrible nappies or diapers? Are you prepared to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning when a baby cries? Or if your kids are a bit older, are you prepared to wait up till 2 o'clock in the morning till your kids come home? It's are you prepared to do the work of a parent, not just are you prepared to have the name of a parent, a mum or a dad. But in the leadership space, it's really important because you might be able to think of a time where you have worked for or you've worked with a leader who is a noun leader. In other words, they love the title, they love the kudos that goes with that, they love the naming of that, but they're not prepared to do the hard work, and you feel that as someone who works with them or works for them. It's important to understand that doing the work of a leader is the most crucial thing that leaders do. It's not just having the name, having the title. So if you are a leader or you are aspiring to be a leader, let me encourage you to be prepared to do the work of a leader, to make sure that happens. Don't be encapsulated, don't be ensnared, don't be obsessed by the title. And the thing is, if you do the work of a leader, you may not even need a title to do the work of a leader. You can actually be the work of a leader by doing the work of a leader. And that's where transformation happens. Transformation happens when you do the work. That's where change happens and transformation takes place. So remember, leadership is a verb, not a noun. Important to grasp. I hope this is helpful. If it is, let me know. I'd love you to let me know. Let me know on the website, timhanna.com.au. I'd love you to feedback with me if it's helpful to you. So in the meantime, stay safe, look after yourself and maintain hope.